Just listen to the birds. I have no idea what kind of bird it is. Anyway, I'm down in the pot. I'm tired. Don't really want to be here. But I need to water in the greenhouse at the very least, because that's not had any water for a few days. I think I'm going to do a bit of strimming on the paths within my allotment, and then if there's any battery power left, I will tackle a bit more of one of the side paths. If I do it each time I come, it'll eventually get done. Look at these ripening tayberries. They're lovely. Nice size. Not so many ripe on this side. But yeah, they're really coming into their own. Well, I'm here outside the greenhouse and nothing looks dead, which is a good sign. Yep, everything's going well. Okay, that needs tying up. And I need to remove the cobwebs from the doorway. But yeah, it's looking good. And look, I think there's the Tigerella tomatoes. I'm starting to get my first fruits forming. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for what do they call them? It's not shoots, but yeah, bits growing where it shouldn't. My goodness, I've just seen ripe cherries and the birds haven't had them yet. Obviously the birds have had ones higher up, but let me show you. I think I'll be picking these today, even though they're slightly underripe. Look. Cherries. Okay, that one's been chewed, and that one. But there's, I know, 1, 2, there's 5 or 6. Oh wow, I've not noticed these before. I think the rain we had obviously helped. I have apples. I actually have apples on my little apple tree. Let me show you. Look. Apples. There. Let's see if there's any. I don't see any plums, but mind you, I think this plum tree needs a prune. And oh, there might be a few pears, but there's too many stinging nettles in front. And look at these lovely cherries. Some a bit meh, but I should be able to eat a few. Oh, that's a bit tart. I think it needed a couple more days to ripen. Problem is, if you leave it a couple more days, then the wildlife nicks it all. Oh well. It's organic. Oh, very tart. Oh, but still yummy. So thankfully today is a mixture of cloud and sunshine, and it's only about 22-ish degrees, so it's a lot more comfortable to work in. So I can't sit here and talk to you all the time. I've got to get on with it. Nobody else is going to do it. So yeah, I'm going to use the strimmer and just strim anywhere there's a bit of bindweed or cinquefoil coming up on the paths or any other kind of weeds. It's not a proper job, I'm not pulling up roots, but it'll do to keep it at bay. And let's see how long the battery lasts. I know that probably doesn't look overly tidy, but the green stuff isn't growing on the slabs anymore. Okay, so I'm armed with some secateurs, and I'm going to have a go at trimming a bit more of that side path. But of course, I'm going to have to cut my way through some of it. Okay, it's too bad at the beginning, but then you get into kind of grasses and tayberries, blackcurrant, breeze, you know, all sorts sticking across it. I've got up to the brambles and the grass that's sticking out, so I'll just chop it back so that I can actually get through, because it's a bit over the path. Oh, battery ran out again. I've got a little bit further. I guess it's gonna have to be streaming every time I come down, as long as I've charged the battery. So I've been listening to my music because I've got concerts coming up for the 2 choirs I'm in. So I'm trying to listen to the music so that I actually get the words right. Anyway, I'm going to pick some peas. There's a few aldermen, but most of the peas I'm going to pick are over here, and they are little dwarf Mario or something like that. They're little, short little peas, but there's a lot of fat pods on it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll see if there's any monge too. So I've got a handful of alderman pea pods. We'll see what's in there. So I've got, it's okay, just about big enough. That's 10. That's not too bad because they're small, they're sweet. Now the plant itself has not even got up to my shoulders maybe. Alderman's supposed to be a really tall variety, but it never gets much past my head, so mind you, maybe it just needs some more water. That's okay. Now I'm gonna pick some, I think it's Liberty pea, and do a taste comparison. I know they're not cooked, but I want to see which flavour, which pea I prefer, and then I'll probably restrict myself to a lot less varieties next year. So look at this size difference. This is the Liberty pea, and this is the alderman. This is tiny. Let's see if I can open it with one hand. So a very filled pod. So the fully, you know, the very big pea here, that didn't taste great raw. So I'm going to pop this pod and see if I can get some of the little peas out. Now they're very cute, these Liberty ones. Oh, totally different taste when they're smaller. Yeah, there's all right, but the pods are way smaller than the Alderman. And is there really that much difference in taste? I'd say no, there's not that much difference. Like with any of the peas, I think if you wait until they're really big and fat, they're great for podding and then cooking, but they don't taste great raw. Now this Oregon sugar pod tastes lovely like this. Okay, Dwarf Pea Klein is the next one. Now I haven't got lots of plants of them because lots didn't survive the rodents. But I'd say that it's probably a bit bigger than the Liberty pea. It's probably not going to taste great because it's not small. No, they don't taste great uncooked. Maybe I won't try those again. The next variety. Dwarf pea, Little Marielle. Okay. Let's cut off a pod. Nice size. Better than the Klein or the Liberty. Maybe on par with the Liberty. But yeah, not sure. It's very hard to open this with one hand. Lovely big fat pea in it. Look, lovely. I've got this Little Marielle and I got it as a small pea, not a advanced pea. Yeah, that's nice. So I think Little Marielle is a good one to grow. Klein is not a good one to grow. The Monge 2 or Sugar Snap, they're lovely. The Alderman, yep, that's a good one. But the Liberty pea, which I think is a heritage variety, I'm not liking. So yeah, let's have a look. What one was that one? Oh, Sharp's Liberty. Not so impressed with it. But the only one I haven't tested is Boddington Soup pea, because the peas are not grown enough for me to test them. So that is my pea experiment. Obviously I need to cook peas, but now I'm going to harvest a load so I can mix them all up, take them home and cook them. The raspberries. They're not big, but they're fresh raspberries. And they taste lovely. Yeah. They taste lovely. It is worth the time picking them. The tayberries, there's a couple ripe, but most of them are not quite ripe. So a few more days and I should be picking. So considering the lack of rain, I think that's a reasonable harvest. I've decided I really need to feed my plants. So I've got some tomato feed and it says 1 capful per 8 litres. I think my watering can is 10. So I'm going to hand water all the squash plants. And the tomato plants. Possibly the bean, but definitely squash and tomato plants with this tomato feed. And hopefully it'll do them some good. I just gave all of these a little bit of feed. I just need to do these outside ones, but I also fed the sweet corn, because although this end of the bed is healthy, the other side I think is getting robbed by all the raspberry and blackberry stuff next door, so that needs a feed because it's yellowed.